Hey guys, thanks a lot for tuning in to the Chalkmeout podcast with me, Narayanan. In today's episode, I'm joined by a very close friend of mine from all the way in Cambodia. He is a podcast host, a number one education podcaster in Cambodia. He's a certified life coach, and I follow him for two things. One, the way he has worked upon his life for self improvement and learning. Second, how he has read over 50 books every single year for the past few years. So, this conversation is going to be a lot about knowledge, about careers, about how do you find peace with yourself, with the kind of things you're doing. So, let's get started. I don't understand how 50 minutes went by, but I have one last thing for you. You told me you recently moved back home from Malaysia. You've cut down on so many things. I've seen you speak about health, you speak about working out, you speak about life balancing with your work. In this entire process, Johnny, I see that you would have said no to many things than saying yes to many things, right? I want to close the episode with knowing how can someone learn from you on saying no to things that are not serving purpose to my life.
I see. So then we can go back to the point that you mentioned earlier about like practicing that in each day, right? Let's say knowing that we're gonna die is like practice mortalities and all that. And I've been thinking about that. I actually even have a tattoo called Memento Mori. I think it's part of the Stoic things. It's just like remember that you will die, or remember that you're mortal. And it kind of something that I use to reflect myself every now and then. And it starts to kind of like make me think about my own time differently. It's just like, hey, I don't know when I might die. Maybe I might die today or tomorrow, next week, next month, or maybe a few years. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So then it kind of like, hey, time is very valuable. I want to spend it on doing things. Spend more time doing things that I enjoy, spend more time with the people that I enjoy hanging out with. And then kind of it's become automatic, right? And I think that is the only time management strategy that I think is most valuable. Because when you know that your time is limited, right? Because if you lose money, then you can't earn it back. If you lose time, then probably not, right?
Yep.
And if time's so valuable, then we start looking at it as more like, hey, let's be more careful about time than how careful we are with money.
Correct.
Then everything that we do, every decision that we make, we kind of become more cautious on how we're using our time. And then we tend to say more no, because there's also this saying probably from Einstein's about like time is relative. Time can be fast when you're doing things you enjoy, and it can be so long when you do things that you don't enjoy, right?
Correct.
Then time is definitely relative, but most importantly, we only live at the moment now. So if things that we might not enjoy and the consequence wouldn't be too bad, then maybe we should think it differently about how we use our time.
That's all for today's episode. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I shoot these daily munchies out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. In case you're not subscribed to this on whichever application you're listening to, I'd highly appreciate if you do so. And if you're listening to me for a while now, your ratings and reviews would take this podcast to the people that want to listen to me. You can also give your feedbacks and reach out for any questions that you might have on narayanan@chalkmeout.com. And until I see you on the next episode in a couple of days, have a very, very lovely day and make sure that you own your life.